So welcome to lesson 2 of our emotional balance and self-care course. This lesson we're going to be working on a posture called the beam posture that will really open up the whole of the sides of your body from the very tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. So we're going to start with a warm-up as always. So I'll invite you to drop down onto your mat and just bring in your feet so they're flat on the mat and just supporting yourself to drop down onto the mat. Lengthen through your spine and then bringing your feet as close up to your bottom as you can, and there's a separation between your feet. We're going to bring the arms out to shoulder height. We're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just drop the knees down to the right and turn the head to the left. And just take a few breaths here. So in all of these classes that we're looking at self-care, we want to really start to create space in your body, in your thoughts, in your emotions, and just allow your nervous system to start to balance up. So let's draw the abdominals back towards the spine. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, let's drop over to the opposite side. Turning your head away from your legs. You may want to have a cushion under your legs if that's going to be a bit more supportive for you. And then just breathe in here. And just watching the breath. Feel your body. Watch where the breath travels into as you inhale. And watch what softens and surrenders as you exhale. One more breath here. And then abdominal muscles drawn in. Gonna just reach over to your knees and pull them back. Bringing your chin towards your chest. If you want to just raise the head, just stretch out the back that little bit further. Feel free. And then lowering back down. Circling the knees in one direction. And then going in the opposite direction. We just want to release your back a little bit more. And then bringing your feet down to the mat, rolling onto your side. Coming up to a seated position. We're just going to draw the soles of the feet together, but you're going to have your feet a little bit further away. So it's quite a restorative butterfly pose that we're going to do. So you just have your feet. You might want to, if you've got a bolster, just put a bolster here, or just have a few cushions propped up if that feels more comfortable for you. And then we're going to find some length through the spine and start to move the hips towards the thighs. So you're lengthening out through the back of the hips. Once you feel that stretch, sort of in this part of your body, just above your kidneys, just allow your back to relax down. Hands are soft, resting on your legs. And we just lengthen out through the spine. You might feel a tightness in the back of your hips. And just use your breath to lengthen through. We want to avoid sort of concaving over and really dropping down. But find a restful space here. And then tune into your breathing. Softening as you exhale. Three more breaths here. You might want to just extend that little bit further forward. And then abdominal muscles drawn back towards your spine. Just start to push up on your hands and come back up to a seated position. So our final movement or stretch for this warm up is a side stretch. So you're going to take your right hand and just place it down onto your mat just by the side of your right leg. We're going to raise left arm up, bring the hand above the crown, lengthen through, and then just allow the right side of your body to relax over rather than aiming to stretch the left, and you'll notice that natural stretch occurs. And then you want to just direct your awareness along your hand, your arm and your hand, and just ensure your fingers are active in this position. And you want to look up and just see that the inside of your arm is aligned. And again, just take a few breaths here and just allowing that natural opening of the side of your body. Abdominal muscles drawn back as we lift on the in-breath, relax on the out-breath, and then we'll do the same on the opposite side. So left hand by the left leg, inhale. Exhale, just allow the elbow to bend as your left side relaxes down. And just allow that length to occur through the right side of your body. Just allowing your breath, let your breath fill that space. And let's make that right hand active. So just pointing your fingers away rather than letting the wrist be loose. And then core is engaged. Lift on the inhalation, lower on the exhalation. So that's our warm-up finished. We'll now move into some standing stretches. So from here, we're going to come up into a standing position. So just whatever way works for you to just lift yourself up, just feeling your body open. Take a couple of breaths. Just feeling your feet connected to the ground. And maybe your body feeling a little bit more open than when you started. So we're going to go through some stretches now to prepare us for our posture, which is the Bhima Paraganasana. And we're going to start with our feet a little bit wider apart. So we're going to just start to work through our spine. You'll know these movements. And we're just going to start by keeping the feet on the floor. We want to just start to ease into your lumbar spine. So it's a really gentle movement. You can't go too far. If you want to increase the twist, just give a little bend into your knees and you'll see that you're able to work further, to travel further round in your spine and work a little bit deeper. And then we're going to start to raise the arms up and raise the heel up as we turn. So we start to move into the middle of your spine, into that thoracic area. Just noticing how this feels today. And then starting to travel up to your shoulders and just move into the upper spine, into your cervical spine and upper thoracic. And then just taking yourself to wherever you want to go, wherever it felt like it was a little bit tight. And just work with that area of your back and notice where this area is. Is it the same place as when you did your last yoga practice? Is it different? Is there something that you can release from this space and set an intention with the class? And then just slowing that movement down. And then come into a standstill. So we're going to do a really lovely stretch into our hamstrings now. So we're going to take our feet fairly wide on the mat. You really need to use your core for this to help with the balance. So we'll go over to the right side first. You're just going to turn your feet, both feet, to 45 degrees. And if you feel like you're wobbling because your legs are too wide, just let your feet come in a little. You're going to turn your hips to face your foot. And then abdominal muscles are drawn in as you just start to slowly drop down. You might want to bend your knee at this point if that feels more comfortable, and just work with what feels right for you. Your hands might be on your knees, on your shins, or down to the floor. Both knees straight if you can, so that you can really stretch into the hamstring. And just take a few breaths here. We just want to gently open the body, so don't push it too much. In all of these classes for our emotional balance, we're really in tune with how we're feeling and just working with what feels good for us, what feels nurturing. And then to come out of this, we're just going to walk our hands across to the opposite side, adjust your feet, and drop down to the opposite side. And again, you can swing round. And then drop down, trying to make sure that both knees are fairly straight. You don't want to have the knees locked, straight as you can. Just allowing your muscle to lengthen. Lovely. And then walking back to the center if you want to bend your knees. And we're just going to slowly uncurl. And just take your shoulders back and allow them to drop down. So we're going to come into a squat now, and we're going to come into a standing squat first of all, and then if you can come down further, then come down further with me. So you're going to have your hands in front of your heart, and we're going to start to just sink into the knees. And you may need to lift your heels to go a little bit further, keeping your back straight. We're going to drop down. Lovely. Just hold, and then we're going to push up. Are you ready? Core is engaged. Take a breath in as you lift back up. Lovely. Let's do that a couple more times. If you want to just stay in standing, that's absolutely fine. So just coming down into a squat, dropping down, using your core for balance, just holding. If you need to put one hand down to help your balance, feel free. Core is engaged. Next inhalation, let's lift back up. Lovely. Last time. Coming down. Holding. Just wherever you can get to is fine. You just want to make sure that your back is nice and straight. And then core is engaged. Inhale. Lifting up. Oh, brilliant. Well done. Just giving your feet, your lower legs, upper legs a shake. Okay, so we're going to complete this sequence before we go into our posture with a standing forward bend. So you just want to you can keep staying forward. I'll just show you from the side. Hands into the middle of your back, sinking into the knees. We're going to lengthen through the sternum and just relaxing your neck back as an extension of your spine. And then we're going to inhale, raise the head. Exhale, drop forward. So we're just going to come to a flat back to start with, just keeping that softness in your knees. And then we're going to bend into the knees, chin to chest, uncurl. Let's push through the legs, starting to lengthen out through your spine. Gentle back bend. Inhale, lift up, hips go back. Exhale, dropping forward. Head comes down. I'm going to come a little bit lower this time, so I'm just looking at my knees. And again, just work with what feels right for you. We're going to inhale, uncurl. Coming up. Gentle back bend. Lifting up. And then dropping down. So any issues with sciatica, you'd stay here. Any disc injuries, you wouldn't be practicing this. Any blood pressure issues, just checking in you don't feel too dizzy. Otherwise, just letting your head and neck relax down. Just coming out of this posture when it feels right for you. And then we're going to do 3 movements with a flowing movement. We're going to inhale, raise up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, flow down. Inhale, raise up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, flowing down. Inhale, raising up. Final time. Gentle back bend. Exhale, flowing down. Hold for 2 or 3 breaths. Softening into the knees, just letting the upper body, the weight of your upper body drop down to extend out through the lumbar spine. Head and neck are relaxed. And then we're going to bend into the knees, uncurl. Oh, lovely. And come back up to standing and just allow the blood to flow back down through your body. Notice how you feel. Lovely. Okay, so we're ready for our posture now. So what I'd advise is that you get a cushion or a blanket to pop your knee on when we come to kneeling in the posture. So it's a fairly easy posture to follow, so we'll do it together. Paragranasana is a lovely posture to really ease out the tension of the sides of the body, like a lot of postures are in this course, and it's great for relieving frustration and anger out of your body. So if you've got any intentions you want to set for this posture, anything that you'd like to release, then just close your eyes for a couple of seconds and just set that intention before we move into the posture. And then when you're ready, come in. You can start the posture like this if that works better for you. Take your focus to your left leg. We're just going to take it out to the side, and I'm just going to pop, in fact, I pop the cushion under my right knee first. So let's do that first, and then take your left leg out to the side. Just feeling that your core is engaged as you exhale. We're going to inhale, raise the arms up to the heart, exhale. And then from here, you want to just extend as far as you can without your body dropping forward. And that's where you just literally drop your hand and raise your arm up. So let's feel into that stretch on the right side of your body, out of the hip, and then slowly lower the arm down. You want to try and keep the inside of your arm in line with your ear, shoulder and hip or back. And then from here, you're just going to feel that we're opening through the chest. So you're lifting, you've got that sense that you're lifting your chest. If you feel the compression in your back, then you've lifted too far. So just trying to get that balance. And then when you're ready, abdominal muscles, make sure they're engaged. We're going to inhale, exhale, lower, and then just bringing yourself back down and just notice the difference in your body. So we'll move your cushion or your blanket to the opposite side, and this time pop your left knee on and just feel that length through your body. I'll just move over a little bit further. And then we're going to take your right leg out this time. And you just want to make sure, you'll have noticed last time, that your knee and toes are about the same level. So just feeling that your weight is dropping through your hips. We're going to inhale, exhale. And then again, just reaching over until you can't feel that stretch, just dropping your leg down. We're going to raise the arm up. Just feeling that opening through the side of your body. And then just taking the arm so you can feel the inside of your arm is in line with your ear. And you can almost look up and just check. And then look forward again. And then you want to feel that, just that subtle lift from your sternum. You're opening your upper body. Couple of breaths here. And then core is engaged. Inhale. Exhale. Drop down. Lovely. And then just coming back to sit in whatever position you feel comfortable in. Just closing your eyes. And just let that sense, I feel this kind of movement of energy as I've opened my body. Just allow that sense of openness to assimilate into your body, so you just feel that little bit more spacious. And take a couple of breaths. Just notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, just move in either into the alternate nostril breathing if you want to clear, if you've had a lot of thoughts, or there's the long or short relaxation, whichever suits you.